room. So I'm going to show you how to clean the filter that is in a front loading washing machine. So this is specifically for front loaders. The top loaders, as far as my knowledge, do not have these. So yeah, I have a towel because this is going to leak. I'm going to shove it under there. And you're going to need a bowl or something to catch water. And then I have my multi-purpose cleaner, and I have a sponge, and I do have a bucket with some hot soapy water over here in place of like my sink. So anyways, on your front loader, it'll have like a little somewhere on the bottom. Mine, to open it, you literally just press it and then it opens. And then down here, this is where the filter is. But there's also a little tube because some water comes down here, and this is like where it holds. And so this is what you need your bowl for, because you're gonna take this, before you take the filter out, you're gonna take this little tube, and then on the end, there's this little piece. And then you take that off. And then you're gonna let the water drain. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's some water in there. So if you tried to take the filter out before doing this step, it's just gonna leak all over your floor. So make sure to do this part first. So while that is, while that is draining, I'm gonna tell you why you need to do this, because with the front loaders, at least mine, I don't know if all of them have them, but they have like a self-clean option. So every so often it tells you that it's time to like clean it, which is great, and you can do that, but it's not good enough because the big chunks of stuff, this is like where it gets caught. And then again, because there's like standing water down here, it does start to grow mold. So if your clothes are like starting to smell like mildewy, could be that you need to clean this. But there's also some other things, because with the front loaders and this rubber ring that's in them, they're notorious of like building up mold and mildew like in between the rubber. So you also need to clean that. And then I'm going to show you that you can take this out too and clean all the pieces to like your little tray that's up here. But one tip that I have, like in between every load that you do, you should be leaving the door open and then leaving your tray open. Because again, anytime you have just like water that's sealed in something, it's gonna start to grow mold. So it'll start to grow mold in here, can grow mold in there. I've seen some really bad ones, and those are the ones that like really smell really bad, like mildew. So this is about, yeah, so all the water is done coming out of there. So I'll show you. That's how much water was in that little part right there. Ugh. Okay, and so once that is done draining, mine, you just unscrew this part and then you pull it right out. And there is still a little bit of water that's in there, so that's why you want to have like a towel or something. But let me show you. See, there's like chunks of hair. I've had like pieces of plastic, all types of stuff, and like you can smell it. It does stink. So this is the part that you want to clean. So I'm gonna pull off this gross slimy chunk of hair. And then I have like this bucket of soapy water. I'm gonna throw that in there, let that soak. And then down in here in the hole, hold on, let me see if I can get this closer to show you. So yeah, in the hole, you can see that there's like some black nastiness built up in there too. So I'm gonna get in there and clean that out really good too. Let me put this back up. And then with this part up here, you can take the whole tray out. Mine has like this little button right here, so you press that and then you can just pull it out. And then these pieces come out. So I always take this, because again, like water just is standing in there, so you can see it's like a little dirty right here where like mildew starts to grow. So I'm gonna shove that all in my bucket over here. And then same thing with here, I always like wipe out this part. So I'm gonna spray that. I'm gonna spray down here. And then same thing with the inside, like because this gets nasty, there are some holes right here. So a lot of times like chunks of stuff, this is where a lot of hair gets stuck. So I always make sure if you have chunks in there, take that out. And then I'm just gonna spray this all in that rubber ring. And just go ahead and spray in here too. Hold on, I forgot to get some paper towels. Okay. So I'll show you the nastiness that will come out of this. So look at that, ew. Gross. So yeah, and just like the longer it's been that you haven't cleaned in there, just the more stuff that will build up. I try to do it about like once a month. I just cleaned out the filter in my dishwasher the other day too. Was that yesterday, the day before? I don't know. I went live to show that, so if you want to see how to do that, you can go to my page and see the replay of that. But since I did that, I was like, I might as well do this. Kind of time to do all the maintenance type cleaning stuff. So yeah, see, ew. Gross. Spray some more in there. See, and it's hard to get in there. But you want to get just as much as you can out of there. See, still more coming out. I'm gonna spray the inside of the drum too, and this part too. Just like to give everything a good wipe down while I'm just already taking everything apart. If you have pets and get like a lot of animal hair on your stuff, this is like often where that will be like, for whatever reason, likes to just stick to this part. So I like to wipe this down real good too. And then for the actual rubber ring, I'm gonna use my sponge and I'm gonna scrub it. Just make sure to like get in between, because again, especially if you don't leave the door open between washes, this will get really nasty and really smell. And then I'm just gonna scrub inside of the drum. Just because why not? We're already cleaning it. And just check all your little holes where the water sprays in there. Make sure you don't have anything stuck in those. Ugh. And then here's my bucket. So I'm gonna scrub these pieces real quick. A lot of soap will get built up in here too, so it's just nice to like take all the pieces apart and just give everything a good cleaning. And if y'all have any questions, make sure to leave them. If there's anything else like in your home that you would like to see, like how I clean it or whatever, I'm more than happy to make other videos. I was just like, I'm already going to be doing this, so I thought I would share. It's like one of those like annoying things that needs to be done. Like the whole purpose of it is to clean your clothes, but you also have to clean this. And this will also, not only like if your clothes are starting to like smell like mold or mildewy, this is probably the reason why, but this will also help your washer last longer if you keep up with cleaning the filter out routinely. And you'll never know what you're gonna find. I think I found pumpkin seeds one time. I don't even know how. It's like all the like little random things that gets put in a pocket and you forget about can end up in this little filter thing. And there's always hair in mine. I always get a chunk of nasty hair, which is expected. So that looks a lot better. It's not slimy anymore. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna go rinse these off. And then I'll be right back. Ugh. Okay, so now that everything is all wiped down, I'm gonna put all these pieces back together. I can figure out. Okay, that just goes right back in, just clips back in. And then your little filter thing, they're all probably gonna look a little bit different, but mine just literally screws and unscrews. So I'm gonna put that in there. You kind of have to give it some pressure. Just tight, and then this little thing that was on the end of the tube for it to drain, just be sure to put that back on. And then there's like this little clip that holds the hose. Put that back on there. The little door where for mine you just hit it, and yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but like this whole part of this towel's soaked. So definitely have a towel, because it, even though I had this bowl here and everything, it still will leak whenever you go to actually take that filter part out. So you want a towel to catch all that. And then what I always do is, like, you can get like little tabs for like cleaning the front wheel washers. I just use my Millibright. This is like a bleach replacement similar to like OxiClean, but it's safer. So I'm just gonna take one of these little pods, throw it in there, and run it on like a normal cycle on hot, just with no clothes in there, and let everything just like basically clean itself, flush itself out before I like use it for a regular load of laundry. But yeah, that's it. So just, you want to keep up with cleaning the filter. I recommend, like, at the very minimum, like every 3 months. Doing it more often is better, obviously. And then just make sure to leave the door open and this little drawer open in between every wash, and that will help keep from as much like mold and mildew growing in there. And that's it, you're good. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, anything you want to see me clean, just let me know. This will be available as a replay once it like finishes loading. Like I said, I do have a replay of how to clean the filter in your dishwasher already up on my page. And yeah, I hope y'all have a great day. Bye.